Hello, today we're going to look at Mark chapter 13. As he was leaving the temple, one of his disciples said to him, "Look, teacher, what massive stones! What magnificent buildings!" "Do you see all these great buildings?" replied Jesus. "Not one stone here will be left on another. Every one will be thrown down." As Jesus was sitting on the Mount of Olives, opposite the temple, Peter, James, John and Andrew asked him privately, "Tell us, when will these things happen? And what will be the sign that they will be fulfilled?" Jesus said to them, "Watch out that no one deceives you. Many will come in my name, claiming I am he, and he will deceive many. When you hear of wars and rumours of wars, do not be alarmed. Such things must happen, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There will be earthquakes in various places and famines. These are the beginning of the birth pains. You must be on your guard. You will be handed over to the local councils and flogged in the synagogues. On account of me, you will stand before governors and kings as witnesses to them. And the gospel must first be preached to all the nations. Whenever you are arrested and brought to trial, do not worry beforehand about what to say. Just say whatever is given to you at that time, for it is not you speaking, but the Holy Spirit. Brother will betray brother to death, and a father his child. Children will rebel against their parents and have them put to death. All men will hate you because of me, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. When you see the abomination that causes desolation standing where it does not belong, let the reader understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. Let no one on the roof of the house go down, or enter the house or take anything out. Let no one in the field go back for his cloak. How dreadful it will be in those days for pregnant mothers and nursing women. Pray that this will not take place in winter, because those will be the days of distress, unequalled from the beginning, when God created the world, until now. If the Lord had not cut short those days, no one would survive. For the sake of the elect whom he has chosen, he has shortened them. At that time, if anyone says to you, 'Look, here is the Christ,' or 'Look, there he is,' do not believe it. For Christs and false prophets will appear, and perform signs and miracles to deceive the elect, if that were possible. So be on your guard. I have told you everything ahead of time. But in those days following that distress, the sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light, the stars will fall from the sky, and the heavenly bodies will be shaken. At that time men will see the Son of Man coming in clouds with great power and glory. He will send his angels and gather his elect from the four winds, from the ends of the earth and to the ends of the heavens. Now learn this lesson from the fig tree. As soon as its twigs get tender and its leaves come out, you know the summer is near. Even so, when you see these things happening, you know that it is near, right at the door. I tell you the truth, this generation will certainly not pass away until all of these things have happened. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will last forever. No one knows about the day or the hour, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. Be on guard and be alert. You do not know what time it will come. It's like a man going away. He leaves his house, puts his servants in charge, each with his assigned task, and tells the one at the door to keep watch. Therefore keep watch, because you do not know when the owner of the house will come back, whether in the evening or at midnight, or when the rooster crows or at dawn. If he comes suddenly, do not let him find you sleeping. What I say to you, I say to everyone, watch. Well, that's the end of our reading for today. Jesus is teaching his disciples about the end times, the time that is to come. After Jesus has risen again, after Jesus has ascended into heaven, one day Jesus is going to come back and take those that know him and those that love him to be with him for all eternity. It's a great passage. It's a very deep and in-depth passage, but one particular part always speaks to me when I read it, and Jesus is talking about the judgment. He's talking about wars and famines and kingdoms rising up against kingdoms. But one important thing he says in verse 13, but he who stands firm to the end will be saved. And then he goes through this passage and gets to this particular point at the end when he tells his disciples and those that were listening to keep watch, to be on guard, to keep alert, to keep strong, to keep faithful, to keep pushing on, to keep persevering. And all of these things come out of this passage. And at the end, Jesus just says this one simple word: watch. Keep alert. Christians, if you're a Christian today, keep alert. Keep watch. Be ready for that moment when Jesus comes back. Perhaps we should keep our heads up rather than keep our heads down. Keep focused on him every single day. Well, thanks for listening and thanks for watching, and I hope you have a really, really good day.